ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you to this weekly online class. And after a gap of 1 week, we are again meeting. Last week we couldn't have our class because I was out in a trip to Varanasi and Ayodhya, Prayagraj. So today we'll begin our discussion. I was thinking that rather than discussing Gita, because today is a very special day, Valentine's Day. All are celebrating Valentines, and you all are sitting and hearing class. So I was thinking, why don't I should discuss something on this topic? Because anyhow, you are hearing, and I feel that it's very important that this awareness of today's day all should know that why we are celebrating Valentine's Day. I went one of college, engineering college, and I was giving a talk there. And in the college day, how the youth, they get so hyped for this day, Valentine Day. People are waiting for this Valentine Day. So I asked 10 students that, do you know why you are celebrating Valentine's Day? Now, out of these 10 students, none of the students could answer why they are celebrating Valentine's Day. That it's going on. It's a nice way to expressing love, and it's very fun. But nobody could answer why we are celebrating. It's very important, right? Something you are doing, you should know why you are doing that. And then only you will get the result. If you don't know why you are doing, but you are doing for the sake of doing, then what is the meaning of that? No meaning, right? So let's try to understand. And I hope that if you understand the meaning behind things, then the things become very easy and clear in our life. So this, when I was doing a little research on this Valentine Day, I got nice information. So this Valentine Day, in the year 269, there used to be a saint named Valentine, and he was a very good saint. The only issue is that he fell in love with a girl. Okay, and because he was a saint, he was not supposed to do that. Just like in our Hindu tradition, we have a brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. And suppose somebody is sannyas means he has renounced the world, and he is not supposed to enter into the family affairs again, kind of a marriage. Sannyas means is already taken. So he was in that order, saint order. So he was a very big pop. But he fell in love with a girl, and then he planned to marry that girl. And the king comes to know that, and the king became very furious. He told that, how can you do like that? You are such a big saint, and people are worshipping you. And if you will do this kind of things, then what the people will think about the kingdom? And what about me? Come on, please don't do this. The king started pleading that this is not appropriate for you. The king was Claudius II. The name of the king was Claudius II. But and the king gave him the warning that please don't do this. But the saint was helpless, and the saint secretly married to that girl. And when the king comes to know about this, the king became very furious. He told that you disobeyed my order. I told you to don't do that. Again, still you did that. So then the king punished that saint. The king put that saint under jail. And but the things didn't stop there. Now in the jail, what happened? In the jail, there was a jailer. The jailer had a daughter. And the jailer's daughter every day she used to come for giving food to all the prisoners. And this Saint Valentine, he gradually developed kind of a relationship with that girl, the jailer's daughter. And when the jailer comes to know that, he becomes furious. Say, what kind of person this is? And he is starting loving my daughter only. And the jailer complained to the king. And the king became angry that he is not listening only outside all he was doing, now inside also he is doing all this kind of thing. And the king thought that no point in keeping this person. Better kill this person. And then the king ordered to kill Saint Valentine. Better finish the life. Otherwise, simply my name will be ruined because of this person's activity. And a day was finalized. The day was 14 February 269. And they planned to kill Saint Valentine by hanging. So as you know now, before killing, they have a custom that they will ask that if we have any last desire. Okay. So they finalized the day for hanging, and the day was 14th February. Okay, 14th February was the day for hanging. So the king asked that, do you have any last desire? So the Saint Valentine told that I want to write a letter. A letter? To whom? To my lovers, whom I was loving before my death. At least I want to write a letter, a message. So then king told, okay, do the needful. And he wrote a letter. Nice letter he wrote. And when you write a letter, at last you write your friend, your father, your daughter, and you write your name. So his name was Valentine. He wrote, your Valentine. That's how the letter ended. And he was hanged and he died in 269. Then after 200 years, in the year 469, all the saints, they were discussing, like whatever happened, he was our family only, right? He was a saint. So at least we should remember that person, right? He died on this day. Like when a person died, we do Shraddha, right? You remember our forefather on the day of Shraddha. So it's a death ceremony. Like, so they started a ceremony on 469, 14 Feb, remembering this Saint Valentine, that he was killed on this day. And that's how the celebration of Valentine Day began in the year 469. But interestingly, as time passes, things changes, right? So it began in 469, and then in 17th century, between 17th century and 18th century, it took a different shape because of all propaganda for earning money. And they started to commercialize it and they gave it as a point of a romantic touch. treat. And they forgot the saint only. Now nobody knows who the saint is Valentine. And they only think Valentine Day means you are like giving rose to somebody or proposing, etc. And they make systematically 7 day also. Very interesting, eh? Rose Day, Chocolate Day, Propose Day, some hug day, kiss day, Valentine Day, so many things. So systematic they made for 7 day of marketing. And people purchase so many gift items, they go to restaurant, so much of money is expended on this. Just see. This is how the material civilization exploit the living entity. Just to earn money, how they made this day so commercialized. And because of this day, lot of youth, they invest lot of money. Lot of money they invest. I remember when I was studying in my engineering day, people used to plan for before 1 month only that this Valentine Day is coming, where I should go, which hotel, and they save their pocket money just for the celebration. Can you imagine? And the World Health Organization, they have a statistic that in every 10 adult, one adult feels very lonely, insecure, and they feel depression because all can't have this kind of a Valentine's, right? And lot of social pressure happens in the colleges, especially in the colleges. And the person who doesn't have Valentine, he feels very insecure that I am unwanted. It's like my life has gone. What the people will think about me? And they go to depression. Can you imagine? 40% of the youth, they deal with this negative emotion. And one of the reason people commit suicide because of this also. The World Health Organization is stating. Just imagine when you don't know what it is and you are just following the peer pressure, the social pressure, to what extent it can take a person. This is what right now is happening in the whole world. This is a celebration of remembering a saint. It is a death ceremony of a saint where we should remember that saint. But nobody knows that who the Saint Valentine is and what something else people are celebrating. Yeah, people are going to hotels, they dance, they disco. Everything is centered around lust, the vibration of the lust. People see the Valentine is nothing, but it's like sense gratification vibration. People just wait for celebration of, they're getting an opportunity to do some kind of sense gratification. And that's how all the youth they are mad after this day. Okay, if you want to celebrate, then that also, if you see from the scriptural point of view, lust cannot satisfy any person because it is based on the bodily platform. And the material body is temporary, right? It's not permanent. The lust means what? You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. The moment the scratching business is going on, both are happy. The moment one person is not able to scratch, then the fight happens, dissatisfaction happens, divorce happens. This is what the lust is. That is how this lust can never satisfy a person. Lust can never set. It's like a fire. The more you put oil in it, the more the fire will burn. It can never be satisfied. So really, if you see, the scripture tells that if you want to love somebody, the perfect person to love is none other than God. Because in the material world, everyone is limited. What is happening in your heart, your lover cannot understand. He has also limitation. You have to speak something. And he has also limited sense to reciprocate with you. But really, if you want to love, then the best person is God. Because God is there in everyone's heart. And he can understand you the best. So really, if you want to really celebrate Valentine Day, then make God as your Valentine. Celebrate, exchange your love with God, because God can satisfy you like anything. That's how in one of our Vaishnava scripture that is called Chaitanya Charitamrita, uh, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains that what is this love. He writes practically a definition of what is this love. He tells that Atmendriya Pritivancha Tare Voli Kam. Krishnendriya Priti Ichha Dhare Premana. So he's defining what is lust and what is love. Very interesting definition. He tells that Atmendriya Pritivancha. Atmendriya means own. Atma Indriya Pritivancha. To satisfy my own senses, whatever activity I does, that is called lust. Okay? Scratching business. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. As soon as the scratching business is continuing, that is called lust. But then interestingly studying, Krishnendriya Priti Ichha. Krishna Indriya. To satisfy the senses of Krishna, whatever you do, that is called prem. Simple definition. To satisfy my senses, if I am doing something, that is called lust. To satisfy Krishna's senses, if I am doing something, that is called love. Both, if you see in a material sense, both look somewhat same, but there is a big difference between the two. It's like gold and iron. Both looks like a metal, right? Both are like 1 kilo of gold, 1 kilo of iron. What you will choose? There is huge difference. Similarly, the lust and love looks externally same, but there is a big difference between these two. Lust means exploitation. One try to exploit the other party for his own enjoyment. And the exploitation business continue till that person allows. And one point when that opponent doesn't allow, then the fight begins. Divorce happen, sometimes crime happens, sometimes murders happen. All these things it's like taking, exploiting other party. That is called lust. But love is totally opposite. Love means giving, selflessly without any expectation. You are just serving other person, keeping Krishna in the center. That is called love. That's what in the material world they say a iota of that love you can see in the relationship between a child and a mother. That is also not complete, but that is a fraction of that love you can see. Just like a mother serves the child without any expectation. She just serves. She just gives her time to the child. She never thinks that when my child will become big, then my child will take care of me. The mother never thinks in that way. The mother just serves and serve the child. That is called actually love. And that love can take place between Krishna and the living entity. When you serve Krishna without any expectation, that is called bhakti. And then Krishna reciprocate with you like anything. Krishna can fulfill your heart to your satisfaction because he is God. That's how in the Vrindavan, we see the pastimes of the gopis when sometimes people accuse that gopis they were having lust towards Krishna. And they were accusing to the gopis that they were married women and they have a relationship with Krishna. It's not good. It's like a lust. But to prove that gopis have pure love towards Krishna, Krishna performed that pastime. You all know that pastime when Krishna had a headache and Krishna told Narada Muni to bring some dust, some my devotees dust from their feet, and when I'll put that on my head, then my headache will go. And Narada Muni was searching all around the world. The Dwarika queens, they were not ready to give. They told that our position is at Krishna's feet. How can we put our feet on Krishna's head? Not possible for us. The devatas, they were not giving that. We are enjoying in the heaven. If we'll give our dust, then we'll go to the hell. Who will give? No, no, it's not possible for us. And then Narada Muni went to the big yogis in the Himalayas. They also denied that we left everything for getting liberation, moksha. And if we put our dust on Krishna's head, then we'll go to hell for eternity. We can't give. When Narada asked the same thing to the gopis, Gopi questioned that, "Arey, there are so many devotees in the Dwarka, so many queens are there. 16,108 queens are there." So Narada told, but they are not ready to give. And then the gopis, okay, that is the case, then please take our dust. If you are thinking that we are devotees. And then Narada thought that, you know what will happen if you give your dust? What? Well, you will go to eternity. You will go to hell for eternity. Gopis told that if by putting our dust on Krishna's head, if that eradicate his headache, for that we are ready to go to hell life after life after life. And Narada understood what this gopis. People were thinking they were in lust. See, this is called pure love, where the person doesn't think about himself. His goal is only to serve others, like Krishna. And the best person who can reciprocate with our emotions, with our love, with our devotion, he is Krishna. Because in the material world, you won't find such kind of person. Because material world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Everyone is asashvatam. Nobody is eternal. Nobody is permanent. If that person is himself is temporary, he is under the anxiety of birth, old age, disease, then how can he will reciprocate your emotion to the fullest extent? Because he is temporary only, he is suffering. So only one person who is beyond that, he can reciprocate with you to the fullest extent. So that what we do in our bhakti, scripture, and devotional service. So when you are practicing this devotional service, either by Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Bandhanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam, all these different processes of devotional service, by engaging ourselves in these processes, we are cleaning our heart from all the anarthas. And when our heart is clean from all the anartha, that time that relationship get established between Krishna and us. And that relationship are 5 types of relationship. Either it could be Santaras, or it could be Dasyaras, or it could be Vatsalyaras, or it could be Sakhyaras, or it could be Madhuryaras. So some relation you are getting established with the God. And that time the soul get complete satisfaction. That is the ultimate love is awaiting for us. So we should all hanker for that love. So that was my message on today, Valentine Day, that people are celebrating, that at least we should know that what is this day and how it begins. And if you want to really celebrate, then at least remember that saying, on his day it begins. And really, if you want to express your love, then the best person whom you can express your love is Krishna. Because he can reciprocate you like anything. And he can give you the ultimate satisfaction of your life. So in that way, we can remember Krishna, and we should strengthen our devotional service to go deeper and deeper to practice the process, so that one day we can establish this relationship between Krishna and us, like that. Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions or any comments? I have given access. You can unmute yourself and can tell. Whoever is telling any question or any comment, please you on your video so that I can see.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the nice class. So प्रभु जी अभी मतलब पता चल गया, मतलब ऐसे एक स्टोरी है इसके पीछे, मतलब वैलेंटाइंस डे मीट्स इसका स्टोरी पता चल गया। तो प्रभु जी जो आपने बोला है, जो रिलेशनशिप भगवान के साथ एस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए हमारा जो अनर्था है पूरा निकलना चाहिए, तो ये जो 9 भक्ति प्रोसेस है उससे निकल जाएगा। देन ओनली सो हम अभी कर रहे हैं, मतलब हम भगवान के लिए सेवा कर रहे हैं, हमारा जो रिलेशन है, मतलब कोई ऐसे भगवान का सेव करके कर रहे हैं, लेकिन क्या रिलेशन है वो सब समझ पे नहीं आ रही है। तो 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 उसपे मतलब आफ्टर ये अनर्थास के बाद ही हमको मतलब कैसे रिवील होगा इससे?
I'll tell you an analogy that
हाँ
before 50 years, I guess, the marriages used to happen very early.
ओके हाँ
ठीक है? My mother used to tell that she got married at the age of 13-year-old.
अरे बाप रे।
They means the marriage, actually the officially marriage happens, but the bride goes after maturity only. The
हाँ
marriage happen in the early age, but
ओके
the girl goes after generally after 7, 18, 19 years.
हाँ
So she used to tell that when the marriages got fixed, that time the girl is very immature, right? But they used to send the girl with some food item to the boy's house. And the girl goes there and gives some item. And that time the girl couldn't understand what she is doing. But gradually, when she continued going to the boy's house and she's giving some food item what the boy likes to eat, and she talks with the boy, gradually, with time, she understands there is a relationship between her and the boy. What the point, na? And when that time comes for her maturity, it blooms with complete. Similarly, in the Vaidhi sadhana stage, we don't have that relationship. But Are Prabhuji ne bola hai karna hai. We have to chant, we have to read Gita. We don't have that emotional relationship, but we are just doing it. But somebody has told, the parents have told, go and give that food item to that boy. The girl very chastely, very honestly, she is going and giving. But it's a matter of time.
Okay.
When the right time comes, the maturity comes, automatically everything, the emotions comes out. And then the girl thinks, oh my God, what's happening? This is some different relation. And then the girl also starts releasing that relation, that love. Similarly, when you are practicing the devotional service, the chanting, reading Bhagavatam, hearing about all these things, when that anartha and everything takes place, all the anarthas from the heart, it gets cleansed, and then the emotions comes out. And then you to remember this is a different emotion with Krishna. I am now releasing the relation with the Krishna. I am now releasing the chanting. It feels very good. And then you feel I'm not feeling stopping the chanting. I want to stop. I want to chant 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. That is called Raga Nuga Bhakti, the higher stage of Bhakti. Right now, we are doing Vaidhi Bhakti, means the Bhakti with rules and regulations. There is no taste in it, but we are doing it. But when the taste comes, that is the maturity level. The girl now starting loving the boy. Okay? It will take a little time.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam. How was your trip, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna. The trip was very good.
Hi.
We went to Varanasi, we went to Ayodhya, we went to Prayagraj, 4-5 days. It was
Varanasi. It was sorry.
Around 400 people registered for the yatra. So we went there.
When you are taking Prabhuji?
It's in the May month, May 23 to 28. So we booked hotel for 400 people. We booked 10,
Wow.
We booked all the prasadam facility, the kitchen, everything. My God, it's a whole management, 4 days management. Vasudha Krishna's mercy,
Babuji,
everything
you need.
Let's see.
I would also love to come if Ayurveda.
You're coming in the March na Vrindavan Yatra.
हाँ प्रभुजी, yes I'm.
That will be a small and sweet yatra. 15 people. But every, the
Yes.
summer yatra, every year it comes. 300, 400 people comes. Huge people, lot of people comes. Mostly all are from Palghar district and around 50 people from Navi Mumbai are coming. And few are from Bombay. So the mix.
Okay.
And in this yatras, there would be little tapasya also because lot of people would be there. Na? So like that. But there is a lot of fun because 400 people together going one place, chanting, kirtan, drama, discourse, different kind of fun.
I also wanted to experience. Let's see. If Ayurveda allow me, then I would love to join.
Okay.
Let's see. Prabhuji, actually, I have one question. I'm reading one book is Japa. तो उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि अनर्था हमारे डिवोशनल सर्विस में जो हमारा डिवोशनल सर्विस है वो सेल्फलेस होना चाहिए. देन सबसे फिर मेरे बैक ऑफ द माइंड चल रहा है कि जो मैं तो मेरा जो मैं डिवोशनल सर्विस कर रही हूँ वो सेल्फलेस है या फिर उसमें सेल्फिशनेस है. तो आई फाउंड मुझे मोस्टली मेरे इमोशंस मेरे इंटेंशन इज वेरी सेल्फलेस. सेल्फिशनेस है उसमें, सेल्फिशनेस, नॉट सेल्फलेस. लाइक आई वांटेड टू मैं चैंटिंग कर रही हूँ, मैं ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठ रही हूँ क्योंकि मुझे भगवत धाम जाना है या फिर मुझे हायर लेवल जाना है. whatever is all self centered to me, it's very less about the Krishna's pleasure. मुझे लगा ऐसा. तो मैं बहुत डिस्टर्ब हो रही हूँ अंदर से.
भगवत धाम.
सब कुछ में.
So you are chanting to go to Bhagavad Dham. So you are chanting, you told that you are chanting and you are thinking that I'll go to the Bhagavad Dham. So what you'll do in the Bhagavad Dham by going there? See, you are telling that I want to go to spiritual world. That's what I'm chanting. So once you go to the spiritual world, so what you will do there? Have you ever thought?
मैं सेवा राधा कृष्ण की सेवा.
That's what, man. That is the goal. You want to serve Radha and Krishna. Either you are serving here or there. Very clear. Devotional service means you are selflessly, you are giving pleasure to Krishna. Krishna Indriya Priti Icha Tare Boli Prem. Your goal is to satisfy Radha and Krishna. They are the eternal concert. So our goal is we are going there. Why? Because there the facility is very good. There is no birth, there is no disease, there is no death, there is no miseries. So nothing is there. So you are in a good condition so that you can serve very nicely. The material world you serve, but the body sometimes the body doesn't support. So you cannot serve very properly. So that is the reason in the spiritual world, the facility are very nice so that we can serve the couple very nicely, Radha and Krishna. That is why we are going. It's not that when we go there, then thousands of servants would be there and they will serve us. We will become the master. It's not like that. When we are here or there, the mood is that we are the servant of God and we want to serve them. So in that sense, bhakti is also selfless. So there is no, it's not bad that you are thinking that I want to go to Golok Vrindavan. Only thing is that we have to realize that why you want to go there. The intention is to serve the Radha and Krishna. Okay?
अच्छा तो मेरे मन में अगर ऐसे थॉट्स आ रहे हैं कि नो तो फिर मुझे ज्यादा इसको बिकॉज आई एम तब से मैं बहुत परेशान हो रही हूँ अंदर से. आई ट्राइड आल्सो कि हाउ सेल्फिश आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट माय सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन और माय इमोशनल ग्रेटिफिकेशन दैट आई वांटेड टू आई कांट टेक द इमोशनल पेन. मतलब जो भी यहाँ पे जो मुझे डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है, distraction. So I wanted to escape from this distraction and wanted to go to the spiritual world so that I can serve. So I'm not thinking about Krishna कि मेरे ये करने से कृष्णा को प्रेजेंट हो रहा है और कृष्णा is
Yeah. Now, if Krishna wants that, okay, you stay in the material world, I have a lot of service from you in this material world, then we should be ready to stay here only. Okay? Sometimes it's all Krishna's desire. So sometimes Prabhupada is to tell that if Krishna wants me to come again, then I am ready to come and I'll serve. So Prabhupada is a pure devotee. He was in the spiritual world, but Krishna sent him from spiritual world to the material world to preach this Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada came. And he underwent so much of suffering in this material world because it is dukkha masa. So Krishna is telling that material world means misery would be there. But the pure devotees are there always. The goal is always to give pleasure to Krishna, God. So whatever Krishna has a plan towards us, we should be ready to fulfill that. That is actually the love. Just like whom you love, whatever he or she likes, you do that, right? It's not a whatever you like, you do that. Whom you are loving, if some items he wants to eat, then you prepare that item and give. That is actual love, right? You don't give your favorite item to that person. Similarly, Krishna, whatever he likes, we serve accordingly. That is called real bhakti. Anukulya Krishna Anusilaram Bhakti Uttama. Whatever is anukul to Krishna, we have to do that. Okay? Okay, anyone else have any questions or any comment? Yes, Vishalji, you want to say something?
Dhanwal Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, what if I realize that I am in a bad association or the association is not appropriate for me, but it is the only association which is helping me in the material world to survive? So what if I get such a kind of thoughts?
See, when you say association doesn't mean only physical association. Right now, we are also associating with each other. Through this online class, this is also association. You are hearing, I'm listening, you are sharing your emotion. Association means where you are putting your heart. Suppose you are in a bad association. So just do the needful. Whatever is needed to sustain in that thing, just do that much. No need of putting your emotions in the heart with those persons. Associate with a like-minded devotee. There you open your guyam akhyati prichati. Rupa Goswami is telling exchanging of the heart means you are sharing your emotions, your thoughts with those persons who are very dear to Krishna, devotees. And to the outsider who are non-devotees, with them, just maintain the relationship so that you can continue your duties nicely. It's not that I will not talk with you because you are not a devotee. Just do the needful, but don't express your emotions and your heart feelings with those persons. But maintain relations. That is a kind of association, but that is not a close association. What real association means where you are expressing your emotions, your heart, like you are putting so many questions, sometimes you are asking. This is association because you are expressing yourself. This is a Sangha where now there are 4 into 3, around 12 people are there. This is the association. All have now hearing something, they're exchanging their emotions. This is a like-minded people's association. All wanted to advance in devotional service. Their goal is one, and they are like-minded. That's how they are coming together. Otherwise, they would not come. And they are associating with each other. So this is also association. Just imagine when you associate, when after the class, you feel so much enthusiastic for practicing bhakti, right? Like that.
But Prabhuji, you never, but when I started uh, associating in this very community, in this very group, you never asked me what is my goal, what is the purpose of me being here. So yes, I am hardly associated in this very group, but my goal can differ from your goal. So is it important that the goals should coincide or the goal should be common for each one of us?
Yeah, that's what our Tulika Mataji was asking. Na? She was wanting to go back to Godhead. So then I told that the goal is clear. The goal is not that in Bhakti there are 3, 4 goals are there. Bhakti, the goal is one only. The goal is to serve Krishna. That is the, if that is not there, that means it's not Bhakti then. It's not Bhakti. Bhakti also, there are different shades of Bhakti. One Bhakti is called Misra Bhakti, another Bhakti is called Suddha Bhakti. Misra Bhakti means they are also devotees of Krishna, they worship Krishna, but in exchange they want something from Krishna. That is called Misra Bhakti, mixed devotional service. My Lord, I am worshipping you, but please, I want this also, please give me that. I want this, I want that. I want this in my life. So they have a lot of list. They're coming to Krishna, good, but they have something in exchange to that devotion. I am worshipping you, in exchange you fulfill my demands.
That is trading.
That Krishna also does that, but that is not pure. That is mixed devotional service. But really, if you want to please Krishna, pure devotional service is just serve Krishna without any expectation. That is the pure love, right? It's like lust and love. So that is called pure love. So the best is aspiring to serve Krishna without any expectation. And then Krishna automatically gives whatever is needful for us. Just like a child, if he has a good relation with the mother, will the mother will not fulfill the needs of the child? Automatically fulfill, right? Because the child has a good relation with the mother. No need to tell that mother, you will give me breakfast. Mother, now will give me the lunch. Mother will say, what happened to you, Baba? I'll give you. You are your mother. So the main thing is that we have to strengthen our relationship with Krishna. When the relationship is very strong, then automatically Krishna takes care of us. And whatever is needed for us, Krishna fulfills that. Krishna knows us better than we know ourselves, because he is there in our heart as a super soul. Like that.
Prabhuji, the consciousness, the very consciousness is covered with lot of material dust, so called. And chanting is a process by which I clean the dust. The problem is I also keep accumulating dust. The dust keeps coming and I keep chanting. So my problem is like I'm chanting and I cannot sit. Like, you know, it's recommended to sit in front of Tulsi plant and or in the association of devotees and chant. But I cannot do that. I have to keep walking. Like, you know, I have to keep walking, be it anywhere, but I have to keep walking and I keep chanting. So I am just having that very goal that it cleanses the mirror, the actual knowing of myself, the mirror in which I can see myself or I can realize myself, I have to clean that mirror, and the process is by chanting and hearing. So, but at the same time, I'm also accumulating more and more the new dust, the new things. I'm not, it's like 20% improvement and 80%, 80-20 rule, it's coming back. So in that scenario, what should be what should be the objective? Because as I placed my question initially, that very association does not allow me to give 100%.
I have a question to you that when you say that you are practicing devotional service 20% and accumulate 80% of garbage. So when you are accumulating garbage, do it happens willingly or unintentionally it happens? You don't want to do.
It's a course. It's in the course, my daily material duty, that in that very course I'm accumulating, and to how to say, the machine.
You get some kind of bad impression, so you enjoy that impression, or after getting bad that I should not have that, why it happened?
No, I really, if something not if something, my heart feels that, okay, you know what, I'm doing it wrong, so I don't feel comfortable also. Yes, it happens with me.
Yeah. So this is a good thing. At least you are feeling uncomfortable that it should not happen, but it's happening. Means you want to stop it, but because of that inertia, the momentum, it forces you to do that. Correct?
Yeah. For example, like Tuesday, it's like the 11:30. Our Zoom session starts. So it's Tuesday, and I know, I'm mentally, back of my mind, I know that, okay, I have to attend this session, be it whatever situation, okay. But that very on Saturday, if I want to accompany my friends, so that on Saturday, if I'm going on, I feel bad. I don't know why. Because of course I don't have any Zoom session or something, but how to say, that thing, I have to go also. I cannot run from that. I feel I cannot run from that. But I do feel, array, it would have been better if I would have had any session or something. I mean, that's what what I'm trying to say. That's where it makes me realization.
Yeah, because you go out, all kind of non-devotional things will happen, and that kind of impression will go. So you are feeling bad. Yeah, that is
that
okay.
accumulates. That dust accumulates. That's what I mean to say.
Yes, you got the point. Yeah. So one thing is that at least you are feeling bad. That means you want to stop that, and so Krishna will definitely help you in that, because you are not wanting, but it is somehow that it is forcing. So that is one thing good, because you are not wanting it. So one thing you can do, take shelter of the process more seriously. You can pray to Krishna. Prayers are very powerful. You can pray to Krishna, my dear Lord, please help me. I'm alone and these things are troubling me. Do something, please help me. And truly I am saying, Krishna is a magician, he's a Yogeshwara, he's a master of all the yogis. So if you want, then he can do something. Krishna will definitely help you. So keep praying Krishna in a sincere heart. And telling that, take shelter in your practice, devotional practice. That will help you. Prayers are very much helpful, and take shelter in whatever time you are chanting, doing your whatever sadhana, do it very sincerely and pray to Krishna. Definitely Krishna will help you. There's no doubt at all. Because you have sincere desire, express your desire. You can express your desire sincerely to Krishna. Krishna is there with you in your heart. He will help you.
So Prabhuji, just one more thing related to this to continue with this very problem of mine. I would like you to help me in, again, you have done this before, but again, if you can help me to understand this verse 62 of the chapter 2, Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsam, the whole thing, if you can just help me with my situation, like, this very shloka.
See, the Dhyayata Vishaya Pumsa means everything begins with a meditation on the sense object. And see, once the meditation begins, it's like once the flight takes up from the airport, then it can't land. Whether it has taken up from the Bombay, then it has to land in the Delhi. In the middle, you can't take a U-turn. But till the flight is there in the airport, you have a choice to come out of the flight. Correct, got na? But once it has taken off, means you can't return. You have to return in Delhi only. Similarly, when somebody meditate on the sense object, that is the time the flight is there in the airport. And the moment the meditation continue, then the vicious cycle begins. You have to cut at the meditation only. If you can't, then the meditation makes you attract. And then automatically your intelligence also caught. Then intelligence plans to fulfill that desire. Then when the intelligence got attracted, then your all knowledge that stops functioning, what is good and what is bad. And you are helplessly pulled. That's what Krishna is telling. Stop at the beginning. Cut at the nip, they say, na? Stop at the beginning only. Don't allow the sense object to attract you in the beginning only. So it is very easy
but
to
but that is so difficult in Kali Yuga. It was spoken in it was spoken sorry Dwapar Yug mein, and today is Kali Yuga. So, and if that is to be done right away, then I don't know, maybe we are not mentally prepared or something. I don't know. It seems it is if
see, for everyone the catch is different. So what will attract you to the wrong direction? For another person, it may not. For him, it's a everything is how your mind's impressions are set up. So whatever is catch for you, you know the best. So just try to avoid that thing. So it is all individual perspective. You know yourself best, and you sincerely try to avoid that and pray to Krishna. I'm sure when you're sincerely trying and praying to Krishna, Krishna will give you the strength to take the positive steps. Because Krishna also wants you to come towards him. And when you are sincerely trying, Krishna will definitely help. But when you think, chalega na chalta hai, and when you become this kind of attitude, then very tough. So that thing in the devotional life, you have to always sincerely, you have to put your endeavor in the beginning. It's like swimming against the current. The moment you stop, then the current of this material ocean, it will take you with that. It's like continuously you have to endeavor. That is how the beginning of devotional service, anartha nivriti.
So Prabhuji, just one small understanding for me. What is the difference between being honest and being sincere?
Being honest and being
sincere. The problem is I vouch for myself. I was always honest, but I was never sincere. Starting from my student life, I wasn't that sincere, but yes, I was honest here.
So, like, when you say that you are honest, can you please tell me how you feel that you are honest?
Because I could bunk my school, I could bunk my classes, but I honestly did go there. But I wasn't sincere enough to put efforts in my studies. That way, I can give you a small example. Means my friend, though in a circle, my friend scored 80% and I scored 70%. The reason I feel is that I wasn't that sincere compared to my friends. But yes, honestly, yes, I did go to attend the classes.
But you were telling you bunked the classes?
No, I'm saying that I didn't bunk the classes. Being honest,
You used to
asked me
go
that.
honestly you used to go that class, but you are not putting your effort sincerely to study that thing.
Yeah, so I know that. What I need to know what is the difference, like, you know.
Yeah, as you told that it's like the endeavor is not full. The endeavor what you are putting the effort, it's like you are putting some effort. It's like you are not want to be in the bedside also, and you want to be in the comfort zone also.
Diplomatic.
हाँ, बस अच्छा अच्छा हो जाना चाहिए, कुछ बुरा नहीं होना चाहिए, काम बस होना चाहिए. The things will continue like that only. The thing is that
right, Prabhuji, कि हमें step लेना पड़ता है. Prabhu, you also know that I also used to be a
Mataji, your voice is not audible.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I was 100% right that we should take this step towards that. I have to stop this. But as you said, I also used to be a full nightlife and party girl, too many addiction and all. But मैंने decision लिया और उसको भी मैंने stick रहा कि no, I stopped all this thing. और जो भी भक्ति के लिए अनुकूल है उसको मैंने step सोचा, उसको किया, और consistency very important. So now automatically that things which I wanted to stop, automatically without any efforts, it's going from my life, from my body, everything.
Prabhuji, like Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Yes.
Like I'll give you one more example. Like, you know, I'm sorry, I'll take a little time, but I'll just share with you. Like Ekadashi fast, I will always keep Nirjal. I can keep Nirjal for 36 hours. I'll start exactly 12 o'clock. Before 12 o'clock, I will hog like a pig. Okay. And then I'll start exactly 12 o'clock and I like a camel, like, you know, okay, I know. I have to go till, I have to now start for 36 hours. Exactly the very next day, by waking up at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever, and I will have something. But that sincerity is what I'm supposed to break the Ekadashi fast with some rules and regulations. I'm not that sincere to follow that rule, but I'm honest enough to keep that Ekadashi fast and I chant on that day. So that's what I mean to say, there is the efforts, I put my efforts, but not sincere. And like as you said, अपने मन को तसल्ली दे रहा हूँ.
That's right. So you have to think from the perspective of Krishna. So you are now thinking that at least I'm not in the bedside and I'm in the comfort zone, I'm going the right side. But you have to think from the perspective of Krishna. What the Krishna is thinking about you. What the parampara is expecting from you. What your spiritual master Prabhupada is expecting from you. So devotional service means we have to please our superior Guru Parampara. So when you will meditate on them, then automatically this sincerity will come. Because now we are in our own cocoon. We are doing the things. But devotional service means we are connected with a higher authority. And we are representing them. So when you have to always, every moment, every fraction, we have to meditate on the Guru, spiritual masters, parampara, what is their expectation from us? And then automatically become sincere. Automatically put your effort. And they have a lot of expectation from us. And just imagine how much effort they have put to bring this mission to this point. Like that.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Vishal Prabhuji was saying, won't it depend on what actually he considers as a bad association or what he considers as garbage? Because otherwise, according to what we are asked to do, like we are supposed to carry on our normal routine life and do our routine duties and whatever needs to be done, with keeping Krishna as the focus. So if you are thinking of Krishna and doing your bhajan, kirtan, chanting, this, that. So what exactly is bad association? Because you might be spending time with people who are not doing Krishna bhakti. So would you call that bad association? Or you are keeping your Krishna in mind, and you can also enjoy yourself or have a nice time with people who are good, but they may not be doing Krishna bhakti. But they might be good people. I mean, it's so is that bad association, or is that also considered to be garbage? Because otherwise it's very difficult to carry on your daily life, because you will meet so many people who are not actually doing Krishna bhakti, or maybe they are from some other religion, but they basically can be good people, and some of them are your friends from college days or childhood. So I mean, they are very good friends. They will be there for you, or you will be there for them. So is that also included in Vishalji, what he's calling
That's your point.
garbage? So like, so that's a scary thought, because then otherwise most of the time you feel that you are, if that is considered as bad association and garbage, then it's scary to think that most of the time in your life you're doing that. Because
So,
even if you have Krishna in your heart, you have to kind of.
So it's like I told one sloka, Goyam Akshati Prichhati. It's like association in the 3 levels. The first thing is that Vikarma, Karma, Akarma. In that concept, you can understand. Vikarma is like when you do the activity which is a prohibited activity against the scripture. Means one should not do this kind of activity. So when that association of people, they are influencing you to do this kind of activity, that is called bad association. Getting? So that one person should avoid at any cost. Clear? Vikarma means breaking the 4 regulative principle, doing bad things. That is a vikarmas. So that is for sure, we should avoid that kind of association. The karma means what you telling pious people. They do good things to others. They may not be Krishna Bhakta, but they are doing good things to others. They are doing welfare activity. They are good people. So that is called association in a neutral platform. There we should associate with them for the needful of our, because when you're going to office or doing something, we have to associate with them. But that association has a limit. It should not be very close, that you are opening of your heart, emotions. Okay? That is to certain extent. And then another extent is called akarma. Akarma means devotees of Krishna. So devotees of Krishna, they are those people who are helping you to progress in devotional service. They are very close to you because they are helping to reach you close to Krishna. They are very close. With them, you should associate very closely. Closely means you can share your emotions, your thought. You can exchange you can reveal your heart feelings to them. So they are like the topmost association. So there I told 3 levels of association. The basic is the prohibited association, the Vikarma level. You should avoid that association because they will take you in a wrong direction. And the second, they are the karma level is the broadband. There the maximum people fall. And there you will get the 90% of people whom you are dealing every day-to-day work, this, that. And that you can't avoid. You have to associate for the needful of you. But the 10% of people who are really Krishna Bhakta and they are helping you to advance in devotional service, you get inspiration from them, they are very close. With them, you can reveal your heart. And when you reveal your heart, both each other discuss Guyam Akshati Prichati, there you get a lot of inspiration, enthusiasm to continue your bhakti. And Krishna also become very happy in that.
But for those people, you reveal your heart only which is about your bhakti and Krishna related, no? How can you
Yes.
reveal your heart through all the turbulence you're going through and this, that? Because they may not be interested because they don't know you other than the Krishna association, right? So they will not be interested in knowing about your other things, or how should I get over this and how do I do this, or like consider this group like I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, so for on Tuesday, okay, we are very like-minded and we love to listen to you, and we open our heart out and say that we are having this problem, and but it's all related to the Krishna Bhakti ka questions which we ask. But the stage at which I mean, I can speak only for myself. I don't know anybody else's this thing, but the stage at which I am in, like, I do like to spend a lot of time and do kirtan and bhajan and chanting and try my best to keep Krishna as a focus in all the activities. But there will be sometimes that you want to talk about something other than Krishna Bhakti, right? So then how can you talk to this kind of group about other things, right? So how do you do that? So if the neutral people, which I'm saying, that you consider as friends, and there are some people who have proved time and again that they are there for you to help you when you're in trouble, whether it is financially, physically, emotionally, when you're not well. You need that kind of group also, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just neutral, and you are saying that you have to associate with them only to the extent of to carry on your life. But sometimes you need them more than this, because the Krishna thing and all, maybe with guidance of devotees like you, we can do what we need to do for ourselves on our own. But for other things, there are so many times in life that you need somebody's support, no? So for that, we come to the group who is only doing Krishna Bhakti.
That is okay.
Interested in your other life, right? They won't be there for you. So I mean, there is a overlap of people in all.
That is okay, no problem, Mataji, because they are not creating obstacle in your devotional service. If they are helping you, so it's well and fine to take help from them. Those who are helping in your circle, it's always welcome. But if they are distracting them, then we have to think in that sense. It is okay, good. What you are doing, taking help from people.
Meaning, if they are not interested in Krishna Bhakti and you're spending some time with them, so indirectly it's a distraction, but it's a little complicated, I think. But
so there you have to take a call.
Thing which you said, you should definitely not associate with anybody who engage in anything which is prohibited. Prohibited means alcohol, smoking, illicit sex. That's what you mean, right? But then there can be a very good person who has an occasional drink. So then how can you just segregate somebody like that? I mean, especially like Vishalji was saying, in today's world, like if he's going to work, so he can have a friend who is good, but he has an occasional drink. So then what do? You can't just stop being friends with somebody like that, right? Means otherwise they do a lot of good things for others and they understand you very well and all, but if they have an occasional drink, then what do? Then you say, I can't be your friend. I mean, that it's not so simple like that. To categorize theoretically is easier than, I mean, it's easier said than done.
So you have to see the context and the person. It all depends upon the time, place, circumstance, because I'm just telling that theoretically the things, but you all are in the real life dealing. I'm telling the theory. I'm a monk sitting in a temple. I don't know all these things, the dynamics, what you all people are going through. But as for the scripture, I'm giving you the knowledge. But you all have to apply as for the time, place, and circumstance. You know the knowledge now. Now, according to the situation, you have to be in the world. And to what extent, what can be applied, you have to see that. It's not a binary digital 1 and 0. So life means you have to take a decision to what extent I'll do that. Okay, this person has this bad habit. If I'll mix more, then I may get that habit. So you have to take a call then, because you know the things. So just we have to, Krishna has given us the intelligence. We have to sincerely apply it. So when we are sincere, my realization is that Krishna definitely helps us. He gives the intelligence, what to do, what not to do. So the intention should be clear. then Krishna will be happy with us. Okay? Hare Krishna. Anybody else have anything?
Prabhuji, I had a question.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So people who make money through illegal means, one second, through illegal means or immoral ways, and then donate to temples. So how do we what is Krishna's take on that?
I'll tell you a case study on this. In our Pune ISKCON temple, Pune, there is a big ISKCON temple in Katraj Kandwa Road. That is called NBCC ISKCON. Very huge temple. And they were in the construction phase. And a person came and he told that he wanted to donate for the construction. And he gave a huge amount for donation. He told, but he told that he has a slaughterhouse. He had a slaughterhouse, chicken slaughterhouse. And he told that I want to give all this money. So then we had a meeting, what to do. My God. He's a slaughterhouse giving the profit from the slaughterhouse for making Krishna's temple. So we had a lot of discussion on this. Should accept the donation or not? And it was a big donation. Means in one donation, the temple could be finished. Then we thought that what would be the intention of that person? Why he's giving? He knows that he's doing bad activity. But he wanted to give the donation because he thinks that if I'll give this money to temple, then this will eradicate my sin. And then again, I'll continue my bad activity. You're getting the intention. And this is very dangerous intention. So then with a thorough meeting discussion, we come to conclusion that we should not accept the donation of this person. And then we denied the donation. And the temple took little 4 or 5 years more, but still the management denied the donation. So this is actually, the intention is very bad. It's because he want to continue the business, the bad activity. And he want to take advantages of God. By giving donation, I'll get free. So this is actually not good. Okay, somebody was doing bad activity. Now he has changed his life, but he has a lot of money and he want to donate to ISKCON or some sadhu to Vaishnava. That is okay, because now he has already changed. He's doing good activity now. But he has a lot of money, so what he'll do? You want to donate? That is okay. So you have to see again the pictures, what he is doing. Okay?
A lot of people try to get rid of the guilt by donating to temples.
Yeah, I want to try to get rid of the guilt, that is okay, but they should not continue the same thing. Na? If they're continuing the same, then what is the point of getting rid of the guilt? That means there is no guilt only. If you want to continue the process. Na? So it's like you're taking advantages of that thing. If really you are feeling guilty, that means you should not continue the thing. You are repenting that why I did like this. There should be some change, right? Some positive change should come. Like that. Okay, anybody else, anything to tell? Yes, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I have one question.
Yes.
See, you have expressed 3 to 4 types of love, that is Vatsalya and all that. Is that type of love is without lust, or it is pure love? What you can say? Like Vatsalya, I think it is a pure love. What are the other loves you have expressed that I have not understood?
One is Sakhya. Sakhya means friendship. Friendship love, like Sakhyaras. And Vatsalya is like parental love. And another is Madhurya. Madhurya means like a conjugal love, like Radha and Krishna. So all this spirit in the spiritual world, all this relation, it is pure. There is no lust. Lust only present in the material world. And lust happens with the body, the platform. Because in the spiritual world, the body is itself is a spirit. It's a spiritual matter. There is no lust in the relationship. And this relationship, the exchange happen at the pure stage, not now. Our stage is impure. We have a lot of anartha. So when all the anarthas get clean and we achieve a pure consciousness, that time this reciprocation begins. That is like the epitome of spirituality. Not so easy. It will take a lot of time. Like that. But we should aim for that. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I'm seeing a Dr. Mrunal for the first time. Can you please introduce yourself?
Dr. Mona.
Dr. Mrunal.
बोलला ना देश मी नेहमी त्याला प्रश्न विचारते
Anyone else is first time, then can.
तो त्याला विचारलं की हे सगळे लस्ट आहे का याच्यामध्ये लस्ट आणि लव म्हणजे कळलं का तुला लस्ट
Okay, I think it's not there or something. Okay, shall we close our session today here? Okay, fine. We'll meet next week, Tuesday. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।